What is up? YouTube, how y'all doing? Look here, man. We're going to be all day long in the paint tonight. Well, that means I'm going to do 3 more. Check it out, man. Hey, y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. How to start a YouTube channel in 2026. I can tell you in 2 words. Hit record. That's it. That's how you start. You start by hitting record. Is that the right answer? Well, we're going to get deeper into it right after this intro. Let's check it out.
Growth's got a formula most never learn. You don't need luck or talent, structure is earned. If you're ready to build and you know it's your turn, start with the 4 free videos, earn as you learn. Click on the more below to sign up.
That's right, y'all. That is right. Check our links below. Hit the more button. The more button. I keep calling it a button. There's a word at the end that says more. I don't know why YouTube did that. That is so stupid to me. It should say click more for description, but they want to make everything real short and train you. Click the more. That word more is a link. Because see, we talking to people who retire. We're talking to older generation. We're talking to people who may not know. The younger generation, y'all looking for shortcuts. So you're on the wrong video. If you want to do it right and you want to turn this into a business, click on the more, sign up for my 4 free videos. They're free. And it will break everything down to you that you need to do and need to understand and start listening. Stop looking for shortcuts, man. And guess what? YouTube made me retire early. And I thank God. I thank YouTube because I was full-time in the music industry for about 20 years, which means that's 20 years of me not having a job. So I don't have no retirement, basically. I needed this. And I worked hard and I worked it for 8 hours every day to do the best I knew how to do, the best I knew how to make things happen. And to be honest, I got a team of people now who how can I say it? They doing the best they can do. So we're starting a new YouTube channel, which is Growth Formula. I'm going to show you the formula to grow. By the way, I got 4 YouTube channels. 3 of them are monetized and one of them got over 500,000 subscribers. We got 2 videos that got over 1 million views. One of them got 2 million views. So does that mean that I'm eligible to teach or at least preach? Got to say all that because one person already came, or 2 or 3 people already came to the channel and said to me, you talking about teaching somebody how to do YouTube and you only got 29 subscribers at that time. Anyway, enough about me. Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, man. How to start a YouTube channel in 2026. This lady right here is incredible. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check her out. Check it out.
If you had to think about one thing that you wish you'd started 5 years ago, what would that be?
A YouTube channel.
For a lot of people over the age of 40, I think an answer would be, wow, I wish I'd started a YouTube channel back when it was easier.
Yes.
In the last 5 years, you might have been watching from the sidelines, watching people who are probably less qualified than you, less knowledgeable than you, talk about a topic that you know an awful lot about, and they're building channels and they're earning money from it. And you think, man, I guess I missed my opportunity. Let me tell you the truth. You haven't missed anything. And it was easier back then. I don't know that that's true because even the technology makes it so much easier now. If you start now, you're actually starting at the perfect time. 5 years from now, you could be the one who is building that channel that's showcasing your expertise and helping people and you're earning some money from it. Or you could still be, I missed my window. Let's stop the regret that you never started and actually move forward with it. I want to show you some ways that you can start to succeed on YouTube in 2026. And it may very well be simpler than you thought it would be. Hey, if we haven't met, I'm Diane. I am in my mid-50s, and I've started this YouTube channel to help my fellow folks who are over the age of 40 to gain more influence and hopefully earn more income as we find new ways to do that online. And one
I'm sorry, y'all.
of the best ways, I am convinced beyond a shadow of a doubt, is always going to be with a YouTube channel.
Yeah, I try to look, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. TikTok, no. They already started paying their people less, so that's a hell no. Bullshit. TikTok, no. Instagram, no. That's for the younger generation. Facebook, no. That's for lazy. I swear to y'all, man, I can't even get people on Facebook to leave a freaking comment on something they want to do. Man, holla at me, man. I'm trying to tell you, dog. Holla at me, man. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to do that thing, man. They want me to holler at them. They want me to contact them. If you want something, go get it. YouTube is the number one and will always be the number one. It was the number one 7 years ago when I started. It was the number one 5 years ago when I was thinking about starting. It will always be number one. YouTube, not TikTok, not Twitter, not Tumblr, not none of YouTube always will be number one. Let me tell you why they're going to be number one. Because they owned by Google. Aren't they number one? I'll call you back on that one. Let's go.
So let's dive in here. And
let's dive in.
I think it's probably best to address that proverbial elephant in the room. You're actually wondering if you really are too late. If YouTube is already too saturated. Everybody loves to throw that term around. Or if the algorithm only features people in their 20s. And if anyone actually wants to sit and watch and learn from someone who remembers what it was like to rewind VHS tapes. Let me just be clear in saying that your age is not your disadvantage for this. I think it's actually your unfair advantage. Here's why. YouTube, going into 2026, looks to be going through a massive shift. And that's seeing that viewers are exhausted by the clickbait, by the hyper-energetic influencer videos, by the onslaught of AI stuff that just is completely soulless and holds no interest.
Yes.
YouTube really looks to be moving towards authority-based content. Viewers are looking for authenticity. They're looking for credibility. They're looking for depth. They're looking for people who actually know what they're talking about and have the evidence to back that up. For people over 40, that's you. Think about what you...
Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, Diane. Go ahead, girl. That's me. I'm 59. I'm going to turn 60. And people say I look good for my age. Yeah, Diane. What's up, Diane? You want to go out on a date? No, I'm just playing. I'm just joking. That's a joke. I don't want my fiance. Don't listen to that part. I got a fiance in the Philippines. Here we go.
Looking for people who actually know what they're talking about
know what
and
you're
have
talking
the
about
evidence to back that up.
And got the
For people over 40, that's you.
That's me. I talk like this because I can back it up. Took me a long time to get them 500,000 subscribers. 2 videos that got over 1 million views. Good God Almighty, baby. Yeah, I'm the man. I'm the man because I retired, walked off I went in there and put in my 2 weeks notice. See you later. Bye. I ain't bragging. I'm just telling you the truth.
Think about what you have to offer that a younger creator just naturally does not. You have decades of experience and insights. You've made mistakes. You've recovered from those mistakes. You figured out how to deal with some problems that are really just not even an issue for you anymore. You've raised kids. You've built careers. You've survived recessions. You might have navigated divorce. You've managed health scares for you and for your loved ones. And there's a chance that you might have even reinvented yourself a few different times. Every single one of those types of experiences is actually content gold. And here's an important side note from that viewers who watch channels that are created by people who have that type of depth and authority have purchasing power. They show loyalty. They're able to watch a video that's more than 15 minutes long rather than having their attention evaporate after 15 seconds. So let me just reframe this quickly. You're starting with decades of world-earned wisdom and experience. You're starting with the ability to think of what you wish you would have known about a particular topic 5 years ago. And you can think through, here's what I did to get from there to here. And as you share your content and as you create digital products that might go along with that, you can help people walk that path that you did with the wisdom and experience that you learned along the way. I hope this helps you to see that the question should not be, should I start? The question should be, how do I put all this together so that YouTube algorithm seems to like me as I grow? And what can I do to actually help and serve people with the possibility of earning some income as you go? That's what we're going to talk about through the rest of this video. Woo! Now you think, yeah, I should start. I'm glad we got you there.
She said, woo! I missed that. I missed that one right there. Wait a minute, y'all.
The question should be,
the question
how do I put all this
should be
together so that YouTube algorithm seems to like me as I grow? And what can I do to actually help and serve people with the possibility of earning some income as you go? That's what we're going to talk about through the rest of this video. Woo! Now you think, yeah, I should start. I'm glad we...
Woo! Now you think. Look, one of the words that all these YouTube channels are using is grow. How to grow a YouTube channel, how to grow more subscribers, growth. We picked that word because that word is going to be dominant in the next 10 to 15 years. If you really want to change your life, you need to contact me. Anyway, let's keep going. I noticed she said that, right? Watch this. She said,
you can help people walk that path that you did with the wisdom and experience that you learned along the way.
That's wisdom. That's what the gray hair is for. Let's keep going.
I hope this helps you to see that the question should not be, should I start? The question should be, how do I put all this together so that YouTube algorithm seems to like me as I grow?
Grow. You already have the wisdom. Whatever it is you've been doing all your life, you take that and put it into a YouTube channel, right? And you don't even have to be 50s. You don't even have to be 40s. You could be 35. You could be 28. You take all your wisdom, put it into a YouTube channel. But you think that what you learn is not valuable. And that's where you're wrong. That is where you're wrong at. Everything that you have, everything you learned, everything you know has value. It has double the amount of value that you're thinking that it has. Everything you know and everything that you do has double the value that you think it has. I'll call you back on that one.
And what can I do to actually help and serve people with the possibility of earning some income as you go? That's what we're going to talk about through the rest of this video. Woo! Now you think, yeah, I should start. I'm glad we got you there. But now you might be paralyzed by thinking, well, all right, well, I don't know. What should I actually talk about? And that actually seems to be a question that paralyzes creators more than just about anything. What should my niche be? I just want to take a moment and thank the sponsor of today's video, and that's me, because I want to jump in and just share with you quickly that I have an ebook called The YouTube System That Finally Clicked. It has a lot of information on ways that you can monetize your YouTube channel that are outside of the AdSense program that so many people, I think, spend a whole lot of time focusing on when it's really not even the biggest bang for their buck as far as what they can be doing to pursue earning with a YouTube channel. It talks about a lot of consistent content creation practices, how you can get in the groove of getting going with a YouTube channel, either when you're in the starting stages or if you're just trying it out and it's just not really clicking yet. And plus a lot more deep explanation as to how to use your YouTube channel to earn money. I'd love for you to take a look. I think it really brings some value and I think it could help. You might feel like you have to pick your niche or find your lane even before you've created your very first video, and that has the potential to stall you for 6 months while you try to figure out what you should talk about. Please don't.
We just did a live stream where I got 3 different ideas. Yeah, okay, you got 3 different ideas. Pick one niche. If you want to talk about lamps, this is where you go wrong at. You're an electrician, You like lamps? You like what else run off electricity? Blenders, or dishwashers. You pick one thing. If you pick lamps, you can pick. Now I don't want all lamps. I want yellow lamps. The smaller you get, the more money you're gonna make. Remember I said that. The smaller you get, I want to talk to everybody who like electricity lamps. Not just any lamp, yellow lamps. When you niche down, your bank account gets bigger. The more you niche down, the more money you make. It took me a long time to even believe in that, not alone start doing it. I'll call you back. Let's go.
Find your lane even before you've created your very first video, and that has the potential to stall you for 6 months while you try to figure out what you should talk about. Please don't let that happen. Let's chat about an approach that I think is a lot more helpful and a lot more doable rather than pick your niche. Don't limit yourself to a niche on day one. Instead, as you're getting started, I really want you to think about, let's say, 3 to 5, what I call content pillars. So let me explain what I mean. You're not a 23-year-old who has one single area of expertise. You're a multidimensional human, and you have a lifetime of knowledge that does not center just on one topic. Maybe over the years, you've developed some really impressive skills at budgeting for your home and personal finance, but you're also really well versed at container gardening. And you've had a loved one in your family have a difficult medical diagnosis, and you have learned a ton as you've walked through that with them. Those are examples of 3 different content pillars that you might want to concentrate on. Obviously, I use them as examples, pull from whatever your own expertise is. But here's a strategy that I want you to consider. For the first 90 days after you've started your channel, create content that works across all of those pillars. Try to post 1 or 2 videos a week that cycle through those various areas of expertise. I don't want you to stress about whether you're all over the place with this. You're not building a brand yet. You're not setting the full course for your content. You're really just kind of running an experiment at this point. Then, at the 90-day mark, you are set to really be open up your YouTube analytics and let the data that's coming through there show you what your audience is telling you. Maybe you thought that people were really going to go crazy for your container gardening content, but the stuff that you're sharing about personal finance is really doing pretty well. Or maybe the total opposite of that is true. The point is, you don't have to guess. After you have created those first 90 days worth of videos, your audience is starting to tell you exactly where your opportunity is. But here's what I think is encouraging about that approach is that you don't need to have this figured out on day one. You need those 90 days of experimentation. You need the data that comes from that. You need to see what resonates with an audience as you create and start those first few videos. That means if you're thinking, I want to start a channel, but I don't know what my niche should be, good. This helps you to figure it out. Now let's shift from content to the next thing that I see stop so many people when they think about, should I start a YouTube channel? And that's, I have no idea what equipment I need. And if I had that equipment, I would have no idea how to use it. Thankfully, that's another easy one to solve. Now, I want to be clear with you. You do not need expensive equipment to start a YouTube channel in 2026. Honestly, you probably already have 2 of the big 3 things that you need. And the other one will likely cost you maybe $100 or less to get it and get started. Let me detail what those 3 things are. The number 1 thing, and the most important thing, is you need a camera. And the good news is you probably already have one in your possession, and it may be less than 2 feet from you right at this moment. If you have an up-to-date smartphone, an iPhone or an Android, all of these cameras are going to be better quality and in 4K resolution, which means that you show up pretty well on it. And that's all better than the cameras that you would have had if you felt like you needed to buy one 5 years ago. And even better than that, you probably already know how to use it well enough to record a video. I am recording this video on my iPhone every video that I have on this channel has been recorded with my iPhone. Now here's the second thing that you need, and it might be the only thing that you need to purchase, and there's a big reason why. If you recorded a video with a potato, if it had that capability, you would probably come out with okay video, but if people couldn't hear what you were saying on that potato, they would click away. Audio almost always trumps video with the quality need that people are looking for. If they can't quite see it clearly, they'll give you some time. But if you sound garbled or whatever and they can't hear what you're moving forward with, you have no chance.
Why is it that everybody's saying the same thing? Because it's true. It's true. I am teaching my people right now to get the right. Here's the thing. Where's the microphone? We started off. Let me show y'all something. This right here is a $35 microphone. We started off with, we tried this microphone. $35 microphone. Then we had this type of microphone. Then we had this microphone, right? Yeah. Nah, homie. Then we had this microphone, right? Look, I don't know why all these microphones sitting around. They sitting around. Then I said, forget these microphones. We need to move forward. Let's just get one microphone that's win them all. This is a $500 microphone. When you look at YouTubers and you see them top of the line YouTubers and they got this same microphone right here, that's because it works. It's the baddest thing since sliced bread, baby. And one of these days, everybody is going to understand this joint. Hold on, pause. My bad. I had an important phone call. Let's go. Let's get going.
Need that people are looking for. If they can't quite see it clearly, they'll give you some time. But if you sound garbled or whatever and they can't hear what you're moving forward with, you have no chance. So a small investment in a little wireless microphone is probably the only thing you really need to do equipment-wise to get started. I love this little clip-on microphone from Hollyland. It clips to my collar, and then behind the scenes, it has a little adapter that you just have to plug into your phone that is able to capture the audio as I'm recording. Very simple to use. I don't think this one is actually available anymore. I've had this for a couple years now, but I'll link a couple of recommendations that are really similar to it down in the description if you want to take a look.
There are so many technology, man. Technology is moving. The more technology is moving, like, for example, I paid $500 for this microphone. Even though it's wired because I'm in a recording studio. So my situation is a little different because I'm in a recording studio, if that makes sense. Anyway, but the wired, I bought 3 wireless situations, microphones, to actually 2 of them hooks up to your cell phone. Like this mic right here. This is a wireless microphone. And believe you me, at the time, for the money, it was almost worth it. Because it's more like for karaoke, stuff like that. Now, I have 2 wireless microphones that plug right into the cell phone. One of them costs $350. Is that good? Yeah, it's real good. It's better than the one that costs $80. But if I did a whole video with the one that costs $80 and then do a whole video with the other one, if I was thinking about it, I can hear the difference in the audio quality. But if you're a beginner, the $80 one would be more than enough, and I still use it. I love using it because I'm learning how to. I want the top of the line stuff, $500 microphone, or the $80 microphone. Now get this, there's a new one out that sounds just as good as the $89 one. None of them sound as good as this $500 microphone, but the 8 is a $50 one. This is YouTube. As long as it sounds better than the microphone that's on the cell phone. And it sounds way better. Just like what she has. I don't know how much the one did she say the price?
Very simple to use. I
Very
don't think
simple
this
to
one
work.
is
Very
actually
simple
available
to
anymore.
use.
I've had this for a couple years now, but I'll link a couple of recommendations that are really similar to it down in the description if you want to take a look. Now, number 3, we have to talk about lighting.
Lighting.
And I don't know, this might be pretty complicated. It's probably just easier for me to show you what I use rather than try to describe it.
Okay.
It's not going to get any more simple than that.
Standing ovation. It's probably easier for me to explain it, to show you than to explain it. I got lights. I should go right around the corner right now. Right around that corner over there, right under the fish tank on the other side of that wall. It's lights that I had for 2 years, man. I swear I did. I haven't even taken the lights out the box yet. I bought lights. Lights. It's about lights. I'm going to go viral. I want 1 million views. Lights. You got to have the right lights. I'm going to set up these lights. I got a light. I got a ring light over here that I've been sitting. I put this ring light up here temporarily. And it's still sitting there 2 years later. Sometimes I turn it off when I'm doing something or whatever. The light stays on. I don't even turn it off. When I go upstairs, the light stays on. Lights is... Please don't worry about lights. If you got a window in your house and open it, if you got a light, oh my God, yeah. My bad. I'm tripping. Don't worry about no lights. In fact, lights on a scale of 1 to 10 is a 0. Here we go.
I don't know. This might be pretty complicated. It's probably just easier
like the
for
light
me to show
behind her.
you what I use rather than try to describe it. It's not going to get any more simple than that. Just sit in front of a window. All of my videos, I sit in front of a window and have natural light. And natural light is arguably the best kind of light to be able to use for a video. If you need, you can buy some lighting setups if you can't record during the daytime or something like that. But as much as you're able to coordinate your timing that you can sit in front of a window for natural light, that's going to be the simplest and the best approach for you to be able to take. Especially for these types of talking head educational videos that a lot of people in the over 40 category are going to be producing. That's the extent of your equipment setup that you need. 3 things: a phone that you probably already have, a mic that's very easy to get, and sitting in front of a window. Don't make it more complicated than that. So let's shift from equipment to maybe a next major question, and that's, well, okay, I think about the content pillars, but what do I actually make a video about? I need ideas on what to talk about. Now, my dear, potentially over 40 creator, let me just offer you a word of encouragement. It can be very easy for us to think, oh, well, I know the topic pretty well. I'll just talk about this. And you might very well be creating content that's much more oriented towards you than it is towards what your potential and hopeful viewer is wondering about and would want to watch. That's a monumental mindset shift that we have to make, is that the viewer is key in the video that we make, much more than what it is that we want to talk about. You can shift the things that you want to talk about and that you have the expertise in into framing them into what people are likely already searching for on YouTube. That's a big key. Let me explain more what I mean. Right now, today, millions of people are typing into YouTube a search term. They're gone to that search bar and they're typing in whatever question you want to put in. How to plan for retirement when you didn't start saving until you were in your 40s. Best exercises for knee pain for when you're over 50. How to start a podcast with no tech skills. Now, when people are typing in these search terms, that means they're not just laid back in their recliner scrolling through their TV and just trying to find something to capture their attention. This is an audience of people that are actively searching for an answer to something on YouTube, something that millions of people do every single day. Keep in mind, YouTube is owned by Google, which is the #1 search engine in the world, and YouTube has become the #2 search engine in the world because people are having high intent searches and looking for something specific when they log in a lot of the time.
Now, stop right there. Check this out. Google is the #1 search engine, and they own YouTube. Google is the #1 search engine. She just told you who the second place search engine is YouTube. YouTube is not even a search engine, bruh. What about Yahoo? What about Bing? And what about, I don't even know the name of the other search engines. Only thing I know is YouTube is not a search engine, bruh. YouTube is not a search engine. It ain't. But they #2. But you know why? They had a lot of help from Google. Do you know that you can put a video out there and somebody all around the world, around the whole world, could be searching for the topic that your video is about? Right? How to DJ. I just got off the phone with somebody to DJ. How to DJ. They go to Google, right? How to DJ 16-year-old birthday party. And your channel comes up with the video about how to DJ. Are y'all getting this? I'm hoping y'all getting this, because the video, when somebody searches on YouTube how to, there's a high possibility from people from all over the world, your video come up. Guess what? I was shocked when I did a search on Google about something on how Diddy, we do a lot of Diddy videos, how, Diddy, whatever, and my video came up. Oh my God, I almost fell out my chair. My video came up. One of my videos came up. So you mean to tell me, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me if somebody was to search the same thing I'm talking about, how many months that YouTube, how many months did Diddy get sentenced for? Whatever, yeah, I don't know what I searched. But my point is this. One of my videos came up. I'm like, damn. So how many times somebody searched and found one of my videos? When you do a search on anything in the world, you can do a search on peanut butter and jelly. You can do a search right now. Stop this video and do a search right now. And I guarantee you will see some YouTube videos come up. YouTube will and always be the #1 source for people to make money.
If you can design your videos to answer specific questions that people might be searching for,
amen,
there's a good chance that with time and with strategy, your videos can be ones that show up for answers to a specific question that somebody types in.
Yeah.
That's arguably the fastest way to start growing your channel from zero. Not worrying about going viral with anything, not worrying about trending topics. It's search-based content that serves a real problem for somebody. So if you can create a video that addresses some of those questions, if you can come up with a title for that video that goes along with somebody might already be typing into that search bar, that's where you really start to get traction. So here are some easy ways to do that. Step 1 is to figure out the question you want to answer before you record your video. You can start typing sample questions and sample topics of what you want to talk about in that search bar and see what drops down underneath of it. That's often a gold mine of seeing what people are literally typing into a search bar that goes along with the topic that you're investigating, and you can get 15, 20 topic ideas just from that. Then you can also use some tools like TubeBuddy or vidIQ, and they both have free versions that you can start out with that actually show you how much competition exists for those questions too. You're not going to be the only one who has video to answer it, but you can see how much search volume there is, and you can see how much competition already exists, and be a little strategic in what you want your video to be about in the midst of how much people are searching for a topic and how many videos already exist that answer that specific thing. Now, step 2 would be to reverse engineer how you're making your content. Don't record a video and then figure out what you want to title it first. We talked about how you want to do some investigation first as to what exists that people are searching for. So find that high quality, lower competition search term first, then design your content around it and come up with a title that really goes along with what people are searching for on that. Now, this might feel a little odd because it feels like integrity-wise, you should be creating from pure inspiration. Well, that's fine if you want to have a channel that is a hobby for you, that you don't care how many views you make and you just want to make videos for the entertainment value of it. And if that's the approach you want to take, that is completely wonderful. But if you want to take the approach that you want to have a channel that grows, that you want to have a channel that hopefully maybe you can earn some money from at some point, then you have to give the people what they want. It's really the bottom line. You can still be completely authentic. You can still be very strategic. You can still share your genuine expertise and experience. You just have to establish that first starting point and make sure that somebody's actually looking for that first, then meld and mold what you have to share around that starting point. Then step 3, we have to master the art of packaging that video. Now that means when someone has searched for a topic and there is a whole stream of videos that come up with an answer to that, or they're simply lying back and relaxing and doing some scrolling. They see the thumbnails come up on the screen. They see the title underneath of it, and they are not spending very much time figuring out which one they actually want to click on. How are they deciding what they want to click on? They have a thumbnail that captures their attention. They have something on it that doesn't repulse them, but actually drives them in. Then they see that title, and they might only see like maybe the first 6 words of that title. And that goes along with the interest that they captured with the thumbnail, and they're like, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a click. All of that decision making takes place in arguably less than 3 seconds. So that means how you package that video with the thumbnail and the title has to be clear, has to capture that attention, and then help them make that decision in that short amount of time. Honestly, this is a skill I'm still working on. My thumbnail skills aren't the greatest yet, but I feel like I've improved. And there's a lot more software now that is making this more simple to actually pull off. But the ideas are something that I really encourage you to be thinking about, again, from the beginning of when you're thinking, I want to make this video, that you have titles in mind, that you have an idea of what your thumbnail might look like. You're not going to start with great skills from this from the beginning, but this is something that I encourage you to be thinking of and building on as you're especially making those first 90 days worth of videos, to get in the practice of packaging matters so much, because no one's actually going to watch that video unless you've given them the compulsion to click on it first. All right, my friends, we're in the home stretch here, and I want to talk more about the difference. Again, like I mentioned before, you can have a hobby of a YouTube channel, which is wonderful if that's your goal. Or you can approach it more to be able to earn money from the channel and earn money outside of just being monetized with the AdSense program that YouTube pays creators with. If you're in the I want to earn with it camp, I want to encourage you to be thinking about how you can earn with that channel from day one, and not get into the habit of making all these videos and then at some point just think, oh, wow, maybe I should shift into that. Let's talk about strategies from day one. Here's a general framework that I keep in mind as I am developing content, and we can call it the 3P approach: passion, proficiency, and profit. Passion. And this honestly might be the telling point as to whether this is a topic you want to stick with. And that's, are you passionate enough about a certain topic that you could make 1 or 2 videos a week for, let's say, 2 years if you're looking for starting the long game with it? And if you're not, and you're like, there's only so much I can talk about, or I think I get sick of it after a while, then maybe that's not the right topic. Proficiency. So let's just be honest here. You don't have to be a world's expert on a topic, but you do have to know enough to be able to speak about it with some level of authority, to be able to speak about it and not have to do a year's worth of research to pull off one video on it, and to speak about it that someone's going to believe that you know what you're talking about it in. Again, you don't have to be a huge expert. You just have to be down the path a little bit than who your potential viewer is, but you have to know enough to be able to speak about it naturally. Then profit, and this is the more cut and dry one.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say, look here, Dad. This is my girl. This is my girlfriend. No, I ain't gonna say that because where I come from, you can't say that. I don't want people to think that I'm really attracted to her. That's my cousin. How about that? This is my girlfriend because she is telling you the truth. Only my girlfriends tell the truth. Look. I forgot what she was saying. I'm old.
Potential viewer is, but you have to know enough to be able to.
Right. This is what I teach in my course because this is what my mentors taught me. You don't have to know everything. I don't know everything about music and recording. I don't know all the genres of music, but I do know how to produce something that people like. And it just so happened to be what I produce is what people like. It's music, not food, not produce the outcome of a car that can win or a motorcycle that can pop wheelies. I can produce music that people like. I can produce a YouTube channel that you will be proud of, producing what they like. Now, all you have to do as a YouTube creator is be one step ahead of everybody else. If you one step ahead of everybody else, then you can teach them. You need to be one step ahead of them and one more step ahead of them, 2 steps ahead of them. One step is for knowing more than what they know, and another step is you're confident of teaching them what you've been knew. All I'm doing right now is teaching people what I've been knew. I knew this years ago. And now I'm taking my time and showing you step by step what to do.
Speak about it naturally. Then profit, and this is the more cut and dry one. Can this topic make money? Is there a market for it? Are there products?
I have just said in the last video, I'm trying to tell y'all, I got the answer. I'm trying to tell y'all, Uncle Mike got the answer because money. Key word is money. Profitable. Why are you doing a YouTube channel? Because you just like to do YouTube or you want to make money? Make up your mind. If once you pinpoint exactly what you want to do, and then you focus on what you want to do, and then you start doing it. Money. You're doing all this for the money. And sometimes when I get straight to the point, people don't like that. You're doing it for the money. If you're doing it for a hobby, you get off my channel. That's it. If you're doing it for a hobby, I just want to learn how to, go. It's billions of YouTube videos out there that'll teach you how to do whatever the heck you want to do. But if you want to learn how to make money off of a YouTube channel, you're in the right place. Let's keep going.
Then profit, and this is the more cut and dry one.
Profit.
Can this topic make money?
Yes.
Is there a market for it? Are there products that I can develop and sell along with this YouTube channel that people would have interest in?
Yes.
So all three of those P's, passion, proficiency, and profit, all have to be a yes for you to have a channel that really has a strategic option and a verifiable path to be able to start earning with it over time. All right, let's dive deeper into the different ways that you can monetize your YouTube channel. And again, this is going to be pretty general. I go into a lot more details in the ebook that I have listed below, the YouTube process it finally clicked. If you're serious about wanting to start a channel that has the possibility to earn money, I think it could give you some good guidelines and some good ideas. And it talks about a lot of different niches too. So perhaps it will help to generate some ideas for what you think you want to be talking about it. I hope you check it out. But for the purpose of this video, let's hit some high points here. Most new creators are trapped into the thinking of, I have to hit those 1,000 subscribers and I have to hit that 4,000 watch hour mark so that I can make money from AdSense with my videos. That's perfect and that's wonderful if you get to that point. But honestly, and I know from my own experience, that earning money from the videos is actually one of the lower rung approaches for being able to earn money from a YouTube channel. Here's what I encourage you to do as you get started, to think about how you can diversify your income streams so you have the potential to earn from a few different directions. One of my favorites is to earn money with affiliate marketing. And that means you're just recommending products that you know about, that you use and you love, and that with signing up for the affiliate program with whatever specific company that might be, you get a specialized link that you can put in your description. In your video, you can encourage people to go to that link, and if people buy as a result of clicking that link, the company, in essence, sends you a commission as a little thank you because you're the one who drove that customer their way to begin with. Mm-hmm. This is a way that you can honestly start earning money from your first video.
Diane, you know what? You was my cousin. You was my girlfriend. Now you're my enemy. You letting the cat out the bag. She let the cat out the bag, y'all. Forget the subscribers. See, y'all focusing on the wrong stuff. Forget the subscribers. Forget the views. Forget everything. You can put a YouTube channel out there and talk about anything you want to talk about and tell, oh, if you want to learn more, there's a link and click the link below and let them sell to people. They clicked on your link, which is an affiliate link. I have a whole course on affiliate links. I'll call you back. The affiliate links is where you can make money before you even get 1,000 subscribers. Affiliate links is where you can make money before you even get 10 subscribers. You're looking at the wrong numbers, y'all.
And another wonderful way to be able to earn with a YouTube channel is to create and sell digital products that complement and augment the content that you're sharing in your videos. You can create an ebook like the one that I have linked to my videos talking about building a YouTube channel. You can create a full-fledged course if you want. You can go simpler and create a template or a short checklist. You can sell things from $19 to $999 and anywhere in between with digital products that you create based on your expertise that complement the topics that you're talking about in your videos and allow people to get more information for the things that they're thinking, wow, this person kind of knows what they're talking about. I want to see what they want to offer. You have knowledge that people are willing to pay for if you can prove you're credible and if you can prove that you share things that are solving a problem that they have. Now, if you even want to go deeper than offering what you would have in a digital product, you can start selling your time and your availability by offering coaching and consulting services.
You know what, Diane, I'm done with you. I'm unsubscribed. Am I subscribed to your channel? Let me see. Before I even say, yeah, I subscribe. Bam. Make sure I'm subscribed first before I say I'm. Diane, if you keep giving out all the secrets, I'm unsubscribing. You're right, Diane. You are. Oh my gosh, she is so right. How many subscribers does she have? And because this is the number that the society go by. 33,000 subscribers. She talking like she got 2 or 3 million subscribers. She's a professional. I like her. I love her. In fact, hey Diane, we supposed to be cousins.
Again, about the topics that you're talking about on your YouTube channel. If you're teaching something, maybe people would be willing for you to just do it for them and they'll pay you for your time and your opportunity. If you're creating content about financial planning, perhaps they want to hire you just to be their financial planner. If you're teaching about container gardening, maybe you just offer some container gardening consultations. Maybe you could do like a small workshop where you would have 10 people in a class and you record that and you post that. Or people can just pay you specifically to be able to talk them through how to do it. If you solve a pain point, if you save time, and if people feel like they know what you're talking about, they're very well going to be interested in paying you to get them down the road faster than they would have if they'd chosen to just do it on their own. Building this type of YouTube channel, especially when you're over the age of 40, is kind of your superpower. You're not just a content creator. You're a professional with real world value in whatever content that you're sharing your expertise in. Package it, price it, sell it. All right, so let's recap this and bring it all together. If I were to restart a YouTube channel in 2026, here are the big things that I would concentrate on. I recognize that my age and experience brings a distinct advantage and doesn't trap me with disadvantages. I'd start out by picking 3 to 5 content pillars that allow me to create a few different kinds of content that draw from my expertise, and doing that over 90 days will help me to see what my audience best responds to. I'd spend maybe $100 on a decent quality wireless mic to make sure that the audio in my videos is good quality. I'd get very comfortable in learning how to use the video camera that is on the phone that I already own, and I would find a good window to be able to sit in front of to have natural light so I'm well lit for my videos when I make them. And I would work hard not to overcomplicate the equipment end of things. I'd create search-based content that is based on questions that people are already asking rather than just pulling my video content ideas out of the air. And I'd treat it like a business from day one, thinking about various types of income streams that I can have with the channel rather than, oh, I need to figure all this out and get to it eventually. That's an easy blueprint. So I'm going to ask you now, what are you going to do with that? I'd love for you to be able to stop regretting the fact that you've been sitting on the sidelines with this for a long time and actually help you get over the hump and get started. I'd love for you to drop me a content and the 5 steps that I talked about in that process. I'd love for you to tell me which one resonates the most with you. Or maybe just be honest and leave me a comment and tell me what's really been holding you back from starting. I try to get to as many of the comments that I can to be able to offer some encouragement and some answers. And lots of people in the community that watch my videos are really generous in sharing things too. So if there's something that's really sticking in your head about it, leave me a comment and we'll see what we can do to help. I really hope that you'll take this to heart and think through the fact that it's a lot more simple to actually get started with this than what you maybe thought it would be. Your experience matters. Your insight matters. What you have to share matters with a very specific audience of people. And by you being brave enough to start creating content and sharing that experience can really help somebody along who might be in very similar experiences as to what you've lived through. You have the opportunity to share. You have the opportunity to help. And you also have the opportunity to be able to earn some income from this too. There are people out there right now that are searching exactly for the types of things that you have to share. I think it's high time for them to be able to find you. I hope you'll get started. Hey, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate your thinking about this. I've got a whole playlist of videos about how to succeed on YouTube when you're over the age of 40. I'll see you in the next video.
She is tight. She is beautiful. She knows what she's talking about. And she is not up here trying to tell you a bunch of lies. To be honest, she's telling too much of the truth. I want to get her on the program. I hope and I pray that I can get her on the program because she is amazing. Look here, I'm gonna get on her body here because all the stuff that she talked about, I stand by. But I'm trying my best. My bad, y'all. I'm eating peanut butter crackers. All you gotta do is be yourself. Right now, I feel like eating peanut butter crackers, so that's why I'm. All you gotta do is be yourself. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.